I am with an act that was approved by this House called Solid Waste Management Act. And this act purely talks solid waste management. Liquid waste management, which includes the sewer, is a high level of dangerous waste that is dealt with through MCA, and MCA gives power to NEMA. So we have a working rapport with NEMA, but I want to state that probably that being a direct role under them, it may not have come to my attention, but I have noted, and through my office, and of course the public health, we are going to see to it that much more than you have demonstrated is worked on, because we are already in a campaign trail, and I can tell you through my colleague CEC Health is aware of this, that we are on a sensitization as a public program to sensitize all the residents of the county to beware of the environmental hazards that would meet our people in the event that we are not properly able to deal and contain and manage issues of both solid waste and wastewater. So actually it was just last week that we have been going around sensitizing the members, especially on the aspect of solid waste. So we are taking up that matter as you have raised it up, and you can be sure all the best will be done. Thank you.
Now, this went on, and those people kind of had the audacity of, they already know that these processes, they do take long, and indeed this one has taken so long. But I do believe even in our court systems, there are certain situations whereby you go and file under certificate of urgency, that this is a very, very serious issue. Now, August last year, we are now in October. Members, this is an urgent situation. Murangu River, maybe we forgot to mention, it has got some aquaculture. We do have some fish, and they were all dead. And if you may, Chair, because we are not so many, it would be very necessary that each one of us says something, no matter how little it could be. It will add weight to this case. I will not be able to remember everything. Now, the fact that there is no order today in my hotel or destination doesn't mean that there is no order elsewhere. Let me tell you what is happening. They did get some other farms whereby on a daily basis they go and dump at least 3 trucks of that waste. I remember the Tari did mention about the technical terminology that sometimes is used. Any time you deal with fat, like that one of avocado, it becomes very acidic. And not just that, it's not something that biodegrades that quickly. And you know, our own fossil fuels, the ones that come from down there, they have not yet decayed up to today, and they were there many hundreds of thousands of years ago. So you are going to find those trucks go, and they pile up in different mounds. But the people who have allowed them to do that, and we would, if you are willing, we will go and show you that farm, and you are going to see it in the same county, in the same area. Now, they may not be knowing that their land is being poisoned. They have been told, hey, we are giving you manure, and we are even paying you for us to dump this manure here. That is what many of think I've already finished. Please remember those things. And lastly, what we do say is that anytime you have justice delayed, it is justice denied.
I just wanted to speak to that particular point in terms of prosecutorial powers that have been given to the Department of Medical Services and the Public Health Unit. They're the ones who have the powers through the Public Health Act of 242, rules of Kenya, and they had given that particular stop to stop the operations of the facility. Let me say that after they did that, after we did that, the factory itself wrote a letter after 2 days to say that yes, we are already compliant with what you already asked us to do, and therefore you may even come and do some inspections. And our team again went there, as you could see in our our attachments here, annexes, and therefore when they went back, they found that it was not to the satisfactory the public health officer who was in charge at the time, and therefore they were given further instructions on what they should do and carry out. So therefore, it was not just after 2 days that they completed everything that was required. You know, some of the facilities, some of the activities and rectifications can always be done even as we continue, production, because they're not going to halt the processes as such, and therefore it will go in tandem. There's production and there is rectifications. So therefore, I needed to state that to give that particular statutory notice to stop operations until they do it, and even when the officer went back, he found that they are not completely done it, and therefore he had to continue supervision until they finished even the operations. Thank you, Chair.
From the presentation from the petitioners, Honorable Chair, it is true, and I feel as a member of this committee to take responsibility that we felt somewhere and missed a priority, because a matter touching on health, because with the pollution and the contamination of the water means affecting our coastal. And Mr. Chairman, I think we are never too late, and it is good that the members of the community took an initiative. They have demonstrated responsibility because they never waited for the problems to escalate. Mr. Chairman, my major concern, I don't think it is very, very right that we look for remedies to rectify mistakes. Because in the first place, it was not supposed to be for the community to raise and ask questions about where the waste is being disposed. On the onset or at the start of the establishment of that industry, Mr. Chairman, I think there are steps that maybe were skipped, because I want to believe that for such an entity to be established, there needed to be steps taken to ensure that everything is contained.
Sisi kungojea kutengenezewe ama our complaints to be heard, na tulikuwa hata tumechoka na tukaona kama tumesahaulika, lakini tumesikia vile tumeambiwa eti ya kwamba mko na mengi sana, ndio hata sisi tungetaka tushughulikiwe speed as possible, lakini sasa tukubali vile iko. nilipatwa na nimekuwa na hapo kamwasho hapa, nikakuwa allergic, na kwa hivyo tungeomba msilale, tushughulikie vilivyo, mkisikia mateta